Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel, Loving Life Mallorca. Today we're in Margate. It's a little bit different. It's Thursday the 16th of July and I've just come to show you around a little bit. Come for a walk. When I think about Margate, I always think about this is dreamland. I think about the arcades, the beaches and the fun we used to have when we were young coming here. And of course I was thinking about the Only Fools and Horses, Johnny Boy's outing, which obviously was filmed in here. Of course, due to the virus, the whole area here is closed, which is quite unfortunate, however it's the way it is. But you just get to remember what it was like when you used to come here, don't you? They're still putting up the big wheel at the moment, as you can see. So I parked the car, just going to have a quick look around. That's just the train station there. And just going to have a general look. My idea today is to have a look along the beach, have a look at the old town, the new town, the arcades, and just get a general feel with the place. So it's just a nice place to start on the beach, just like I normally do. And probably end up with a drink in a cafe or bar or something. It's nice to find a sandy beach over here. I've taken my sandals off, and even though there's quite a wind, which I do obviously apologise for, it is not a bad day. It's nice and warm to the feet, which is quite nice. So just going to go over and have a little paddle and see how warm the water is. I can't imagine it being that warm, but I do like to put my feet in the sea, as you know, every time I make a film on the beach. When we lived in Dover, we used to come over here quite a lot with Snowy, and she loved coming on the beach and go for long runs with her chicken. It's quite a magical place actually, Margate, to me. It might sound strange, but I've always loved this area around here of Kent. I think it's just, like I said earlier, it just brings back a lot of memories of things. I think that's really more what it is. I'm leaving the beach behind now and the arcades and that part of Margate. As you can see here, I'm just walking towards the old town. You can see up the end there, you can see the Turner Gallery. We'll come into it a bit further now, a bit closer. That is the Turner Gallery. It's been up there a few years now. It got quite popular with the regeneration of Margate and local areas. So now just going to climb up the steps now towards the old part of the town. Let's have a look around, see what the shops there are and all the rest of it all there now. So as you can see, I've crossed the road now from the beach. Just looking at some of these shops we'll find up here. They're all independent shops up this part here, as you can see. There's our pizzas shops and takeaways and tourist shops and that sort of thing you'll find up here. Heading towards the old town. So that building there, that is the Turner Centre, which has got its art galleries, paintings and all the stuff you'd expect to find in there. They spent a lot of money doing it up, so it is worth having a look if you haven't been in there already. I'm just turning right here into the start of the old town, as I like to call it. As you can see, if I look up now, you can see some Christmas decorations. It's a bit strange, you didn't see that in July. If you've seen many of my films over the time, you'll know that I like going around the old towns and things, looking at these strange, unusual buildings. Where here, with this one there, they've got some very unusual signs inside, haven't they? How they've decorated by the outside. Now this is exactly what I'm talking about. Along the top there you can see the spotlights and things. It's a bit of a junkyard really, which is quite interesting to have a look around. Some of the stuff you find in junkyards are really interesting. I bet a lot of this stuff has come from Dreamland, or whatever you'd like to remember them by, Ben Bombs or Dreamland. It's all the same place, isn't it? As you can see here, they've got loads of boards what they used to have outside. Ever such an interesting place this is. It's closed, which is a shame at the moment. So here they've got the fun fair signs open. They've got lots of different things. I've just come down to the side street here, as you can see. There's a few pubs and bars and restaurants that are around this way. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning, that's why the shops are just starting to open now. And for a better word now, the end of this road is where the old town meets a new, with the Morrisons right in front of us. Back to the main road now. As you can see, the newer town is just up there on the right hand side. As you can see there, that's a newer part. And let's just turn left to have a look round here. That's a few more of the individual shops, if you know what I mean by that, which just come around here. But basically I think this is probably the end of the old town, as I call it, just here. I'm just about to walk up the newer part of the town, and as you can see here, they've even got Christmas decorations still up there. So there seems to be something that's going on around here. Maybe it's to save money against storage or whatever, who knows. Let's go and have a look and see what the new part has to offer. I remember the joke shop across the road used to be down by the seafront, down the little arcade area. I don't know if you remember it. There's a few shops down there. A lot of these little places have closed down the last few years. They opened up a shopping centre just outside Margate and Broadstairs, Ramsgate type of area, and it drained a lot of the bigger shops from here, and obviously then Woolworths went down and everything else. So really, unfortunately, these places never returned to their full self with the shops, which is a shame, because it was really good and busy in its heyday, Margate. And we've got Primark in front of it's closed down. Obviously Woolworths went without anybody knowing. A few of the other bigger shops went. And I think once you take the big shops away, it's just more or less the end of it, isn't it? Because these smaller shops don't get the footfall, do they? I always remember this part of the road always used to have the smaller shops, the independent shops and things. And then this part of the shopping area, this part of the road, used to have more the bigger shops, as I call them, you know, the big chains up that way. Just walking up the busier side of the high street, as I call it. As you can see outside the bank here, there's people queuing up ready to go in the bank, because the bank is only taking one person at a time. Just the same round here, so lots of shops closed, which does seem a shame, doesn't it? Because if you don't have shops, you just don't really have a town, do you? And people just don't bother going in anymore. That is the slippery slope, I always think. So again, that's the high street done. Strange how everything changes over the years, isn't it? So obviously this little square here takes you out back to the square where we saw the buses and things. Then I shall turn left and we'll have a look at some of the arcades as we finish our little walk of Margate. little walk around some of these arcades and noticing how much the fruit machines and gaming centres have changed over the last few years. That's my pound spent. When we were young, apart from the Wimpy Bar, which is just up there, this whole road here was built up with amusement arcades and all the rest of it all, which would be busy all year round. However, a lot of them now, as you can see here, this one burnt down a handful of years ago, I can't remember how many, but you know, it just seems to be a shame how things are going recently, doesn't it? I remember a handful of years ago, not many now, that they were going to try and close the theme park altogether and build a housing estate on it. Well, luckily for the town, as well as for the people and memories, they had a compulsory purchase by the council, which obviously bought it and turned it back into the theme park it was when it was at its best many years ago. That was quite nice. I was hoping to have gone in there and had a little look around, but that isn't going to open this year, unfortunately. This is the little road behind the arcade and the shop that I was at a minute ago. Years ago I used to have some friends, because obviously I was in the fruit machine game many years ago. I used to have a lot of friends who used to have little workshops up here, used to repair fruit machines and sell them and things. So this brings back a lot of memories just walking up here, just seeing the people I used to talk to. Lots of memories in dreamland when we were young, coming here with family and friends. You know, the Scenic Railway, the Big Dippers, all of it. It was absolutely huge in there, but you know, recently they've knocked it all down and made it a lot smaller and filled it up with car park spaces, which does seem a shame. There used to be lots of rides in there, you know, all around here and everything. As I was saying a few minutes ago, that this part of the car park used to have a lot of rides in it just here. You had the Merry Rose, the water ride and other bits and pieces here. It was ever such a big park, you know, back in the 80s and 90s. That is the famous Scenic Railway, which is a wooden ride, and it unfortunately a few years ago it caught on fire, which actually destroyed it more or less in half, and they had to rebuild it from scratch, which took a lot of time and a lot of resources. But it is nice to see it built again when we come back to England for Christmas. If possible, I do enjoy coming over here to have a look, but obviously it is normally in pieces for the winter. But I do enjoy having a look at what they've done to the town. As you can see here, they've even got an indoor crazy golf, which is below the Flamingo. If you remember years ago, going back a long time ago now, downstairs where the crazy golf is now, they used to have bumper cars and that sort of thing down there, which is always fun to go downstairs. Yeah, so you can just buy up here. These are all arcades along there, and there's a little cafe on the corner. And then a few more shops and things, and then their memories towards the Only Fools and Horses film they made here. And that was the entrance as well to the car park we used to use, and there was also a handful of shops. When I walked from the car through this part here, past all these shops, that's when I used to feel I was actually in Margate. That was the start of my day, if you know what I mean, when we were young, just in there. So that's my day at Margate, telling you all about how I used to feel about it, why it was special to me anyway when we were young and all the rest of it all. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And join my Facebook page. I know it's not about Margate, it's all about Mallorca, but it's fun to show you the different areas, give you a memory if nothing else. Have a good day, guys. See you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.